before it's too late.
On the west coast of Jutland, Denmark's largest military training ground, Oksbol looks over the restless North Sea. Here in the windswept dunes, the Leopard tanks carry out their live firing exercises with pinpoint accuracy. Oksbol was established following World War I to train soldiers in the newly emerging weaponry of the 20th century. With World War II came the German occupation. The occupying forces fortified the camp and erected huge concrete bunkers along the coastline. In later years, the Danish Defence Force used these structures for target practice. But these days, they have become a popular tourist attraction for both Danes and Germans alike. The concrete monoliths symbolize one of man's most violent and dark periods of history. But from within shines a new hope. Living here is a creature that symbolizes the very opposite of what these bunkers represent, a stock dove. A species that has come to represent peace is now giving an ironic twist to these symbols of destruction. Usually this rare and red-listed bird species is found nesting in hollow trees and natural forests or in abandoned rabbit holes. But these doves have found the ventilation shafts of the old bunkers a perfect place to raise their young. Oksbol is located in the county of Ribe, an ancient Viking capital and trading port. In ages past, magnificent wooden ships sailed down this winding waterway and disappeared over the horizon into the endless uncharted oceans of the world. Many were never seen again. Today the story is being repeated as quite a different creature disappears from Denmark's shores.
The white stork, thousands of pairs, 50, 75 years ago. 5 years ago, 3 pairs. Last year, 1 pair. This year, no breeding pairs. So what is wrong? Well, the wetlands and the meadows, which produces the right food for storks, have gone. The storks are going down.
The white stork was making nests here during the Viking era, and it's from this bird that the legend of storks carrying newborn babies grew.
But then the stork we can get back because we know that south of Denmark we have good productive populations of white storks in northern Germany and in Balticum. So we'll get the stork back when we have the right conditions for it.
John Fricker is a biologist working for the Nature Department of Ribe County. As well as fighting to save the stork, John is in charge of the battle to save another disappearing migratory species, the corncrake.
The primary causes of this decline or this extinction of the corncrake from the Danish agricultural landscape is the grasslands have been turned into areas where you grow nutritious, very nutritious grass, which you can feed animals with. For this production you need to fertilize the meadows to a very high degree or heavily, and no corncrake can live with that because they are simply driven away by this intensive way of managing the grassland.
The corncrake is extremely elusive and rarely seen in its natural habitat. The decline of inconspicuous species like these often goes unnoticed until it's too late.
You need to have regulations, and you need to have projects which could balance this usage of the open landscape. Otherwise, nature would fall to pieces in many parts of the landscape. The diversity would go down, and people are feeling for nature. People really want to have a landscape where they can see the lapwing and the godwit and the ruff and the yellow wagtail, and maybe hear the corncrake.